Hi, Renee Flamont here. I want to talk about leaving the narcissist and just how bloody difficult it is to finally make the choice to do that. And if you're sitting mid decision, I want you to just listen to this under 7 minute video because I'm going to get a lot in. We have all been in the position of whether or not we want to leave the narcissist, right? We think it through. There could be things with people. There could be a 30-year marriage. There could be children involved. There could be finances, homestead, where you live. There's a lot going on for many, many people. If you are in the decision that you're trying to you've made all your arrangements, whatever, and you want to leave, it's a hard decision to make. The execution of the decision is nearly impossible to picture. And maintaining the breakup once you leave is a hard thing to maintain. Every step is difficult. And it's sad to think, kind of like, okay, so Gladys Knight has a song, Neither One of Us Wants to Say Goodbye. And one line is, it's sad to think we're not going to make it. It is sad to think you're not going to make it. You've been through all this. You feel like, well, I've been through all this. We've been through this together. We can't make it. How sad. It is sad. One of the things that helped me is I started to think about the definition of insanity in relation to myself. Because, okay, so they attribute it to Albert Einstein saying that some people say he didn't say it, but they attribute it to him, that insanity's definition is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Now, Albert Einstein said this, supposedly, in relation to quantum theory. I can understand that. Science and math have an answer. There's ways to get to that answer, usually one in science and math. It's definitive, so if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, you're not going to get a different result in math and science. When it comes to the treatment of the narcissist, I started to think about it in terms of myself. I'm like, so am I insane then? Because in the cyclical nature of the relationship, I kept doing the same things. Fighting for it, fighting with him, challenging him, crying, trying to be there, accepting him back, thinking it was going to be different. So that's insanity. Was I being insane? No. Here's why. I started to think of it like when you are in an altered state of being because of the love and all that, maybe we are in a temporary state of insanity. Maybe that's what it puts us in. I don't know. But I did know that I started to look back because I thought, well, I expected different results, so I guess I'm insane. But then I started to think, did I expect different results? It was a cycle that never wavered, and I engaged every time. Did I really expect different results? I think that when we all look at it, I don't think we really expected different results. I think we hoped. But deep down inside, I look back, and I encourage you to do the same. I guess I marvel that I had the hope in the face of so much trouble. I knew it was trouble from date number one. And that's a kick in the pants to me from myself. Because I fancy myself a bright girl. So I think, what? How could I? And now I look back and think, it's a helpful tool, but it can be painful. It's potentially painful to look back. But if you take a long minute and compare how you feel now to how you felt then, and I don't mean the love bombing part, I mean how you feel when you first knew something was off. I bet it's earlier than you like to even admit. There was never a moment for me that mine was being true. He has a fluidness to his life. There's never any end with anybody. So on date number one, I got a red flag because he came with a million red flags and I continued anyway. It makes you feel bad about yourself that you did that. And it's painful to be reminded of how I should have made better decisions about what I was willing to accept and tolerate. So you can do that for yourself. It's disconcerting to think that you would accept that behavior. Because now, once you've turned a corner, if you're sitting in your space thinking about leaving and you've decided, it's because you know better now. You've made the choice that I'm not going to make those decisions anymore. So was it insanity? I don't know if it was insanity, but I can tell you that the repetitive cycle and to keep going into it, it's because when we're in it, we're really trying, we're hoping, we're praying, we're doing everything we can, we're throwing everything into it because we're in an altered state of being, I think, from the love. I really do. And if you get to the state of mind of almost leaving, you're there. So the choices that you're making are for you, your children, your life, your sanity. Get it back. If you feel, wow, maybe I was doing something over and over again expecting a different result. Well, history and things tell us it's never going to be a different result. The only thing that's going to change is if you change. And take your strength back, take your power back. It's a tough decision. I am with you, I empathize, but if you go through the process and think it through, when was the first time you knew his mask fell off and you knew something is very off here? And think of that girl and think of how far you've come. Don't think of, you've been through so much, I just want to make it work, but I put up with it because I thought this was the dream. Let go of that. Think of you, just you. Your mind, your sanity, what you know is correct and proper. And act on that. It's difficult. I am with you. I am. We all are. We've all been in the same exact position. Whether you're thinking about leaving, just left, trying to leave, left last week, it's all hard. We're all together. Be strong. Okay.